this is in preparation for us in the future in acquiring multi-role fighter aircraft, much capable multi-role fighter.
April 8, 2026. Two fighter jets fly wingtip to wingtip over the rice fields of Pampanga, Philippines. One is the FA-50PH Fighting Eagle, a $38 million Korean-made light combat aircraft. The only fighter jet the Philippines has, a trainer-turned-warrior. The other is the F-22 Raptor, $334 million, the most lethal air superiority fighter ever built, so advanced that the United States Congress banned its export to every nation on Earth, including its closest allies. They're flying together over Basa Air Base, the same base America walked away from in 1991 when Mount Pinatubo buried everything under volcanic ash and Washington decided this archipelago wasn't worth the trouble. 34 years later, the Raptors are back. Not for a courtesy visit. They're back because weeks ago, a Chinese warship locked its weapons targeting radar onto a Philippine Navy frigate. They're back because yesterday, the Philippines opened a permanent Coast Guard base on Thitu Island, a 37-hectare patch of sand where 400 Filipino families live, 24 kilometers from a Chinese artificial island fortress. They're back because 1/3 of global trade flows through these waters, and the contest over who controls them is no longer hypothetical. This is Cope Thunder 26-1. And this is that story. Subscribe and hit the bell. Because what's unfolding in the South China Sea right now affects all of us. Cope Thunder was born in 1976 at Clark Air Base, Philippines, the Pacific's version of Red Flag, the U.S. Air Force's legendary combat training program. For 15 years, American and Filipino pilots flew high-intensity simulated combat over Luzon. F-15s, F-16s, A-10s, all of them training for wars they hoped would never come. Then, Pinatubo erupted in 1991. Clark was buried. The Americans left. Cope Thunder migrated to Alaska and was eventually absorbed into Red Flag. For 31 years, not a single American fighter training exercise took place on Philippine soil. In 2023, under President Marcos Jr., who pivoted hard away from his predecessor's pro-Beijing stance, Cope Thunder returned. As PACAF's official release noted, the exercise is rooted in the 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty and offers a distinctive platform to integrate Allied forces in the Indo-Pacific. This year's iteration is the biggest yet. Around 2,800 PAF and PACAF personnel. Brigadier General Angelito Ratuta leads the Philippine side. Brigadier General Philip Mallory III of the Hawaii Air National Guard commands the American contingent. Philippine Defense Secretary Gilbert Teodoro personally flew to Basa to observe the joint flights. The exercise runs April 6 to 17 across Basa Air Base, Clark Air Base, and multiple sites in northern Luzon. This is not a visit. It's a cycle, and each year, it tightens. Let's talk about the two machines flying together, because their pairing tells the whole story. The FA-50PH carries a single General Electric F404 engine, 17,700 pounds of thrust with afterburner. Top speed, Mach 1.5. Service ceiling, 48,000 feet. Armed with a 20 mm cannon and capable of carrying air-to-air missiles. The Philippines has 12 of them. That's the entire fighter fleet. The F-22 Raptor runs on two Pratt & Whitney F-119 engines, each producing more afterburner thrust than the power plant of the SR-71 Blackbird. Top speed, Mach 2.25. It can supercruise past Mach 1.5 without afterburner. Climb rate, 62,000 feet per minute. Its radar cross-section is the size of a steel pebble. So why pair them? Because modern air combat isn't about one jet. It's about networks. An FA-50 pilot learning to share data and coordinate tactics inside an American-led air defense system is worth more than 100 solo sorties. And here's the moment that shook the defense world. During Cope Thunder 23-2 in July 2023, a Philippine FA-50 pilot achieved an infrared missile lock on an F-22. The radio call, Fox 2. Killed one Raptor on the right turn. The PAF's 5th Fighter Wing Journal called it a historic achievement, a lead-in fighter engaging and defeating a 5th-generation jet in simulated combat over Luzon. Now, context matters. Analysts rightly point out that the exercise forced within visual range combat, stripping away the F-22's stealth and sensor fusion advantages. In a real beyond visual range fight, the Raptor kills from 60 miles out before the FA-50 knows it exists. As defense analyst Harrison Cass wrote, the F-22 remains unmatched in air dominance, and the result only shows that close-in engagements are dangerous no matter what you're flying. But symbolically, that Fox 2 call told every Filipino pilot, you're not a bystander, you're in this fight. And it told Beijing, this alliance is not theoretical, it's operational. Here's the context that turns a training exercise into a strategic signal. $5.5 trillion in trade passes through the South China Sea annually. An estimated 11 billion barrels of untapped oil sit beneath its floor. 6 nations claim overlapping sovereignty. China claims nearly all of it, and in 2016, an international tribunal at The Hague ruled that Beijing's sweeping 9-dash-line claims have no legal basis. China rejected the ruling. Then it built 7 artificial island fortresses in the Spratlys, each with military-grade runways and weapon systems. Now look at just the past 30 days. March 7th, a Chinese PLA Navy corvette, the Guanggan, Bow No. 622, locked its fire control radar onto the Philippine frigate BRP Miguel Malvar near Sabina Shoal. Fire control radar guides weapons to their target. Locking it on a foreign warship is one step below pulling the trigger.
The fire control system of a modern warship includes radars, sensors, electro-optical devices.
Rear Admiral Roy Vincent Trinidad, the AFP's West Philippine Sea spokesperson, called it alarming and provocative, and confirmed the Chinese vessel backed down only after a radio challenge. March 25th, a Chinese guided missile frigate nearly collided with the Philippine Navy's BRP Benguet, an 82-year-old World War II-era landing ship, near Thitu Island. April 9th, while Cope Thunder sorties were still flying, China's Defense Ministry spokesperson Zhang Xiaogang warned the Philippines to stop counting on external forces to stir up trouble at sea, calling such efforts self-defeating. That same day, the Philippines inaugurated a permanent Coast Guard base on Thitu Island. As Professor Carlisle Thayer of the University of New South Wales wrote, in the worst case, China's confrontationist approach risks an accident or miscalculation that could prompt the Philippines to invoke the Mutual Defense Treaty with the United States. That is the world Cope Thunder 26-1 is training for. Basa Air Base sits in Florida Blanca, Pampanga, home to the PAF's 5th Fighter Wing, the unit that operates every F-A-50 in the country. It faces the South China Sea and sits within operational range of contested maritime zones.
We begin Cope Thunder 26-1, let us reaffirm that same commitment to think, train, and innovate as one. With that, by the authority vested in me, I hereby declare Cope Thunder Philippines 26-1 officially open.
PAF spokesperson Colonel Ma Consuelo Castillo Estrella stated the exercise serves as a critical platform for refining operational capabilities and ensuring collective readiness for regional peace and stability. Read between the lines, what's happening at Basa is a rehearsal for contested airspace. The exercise includes air defense, close air support, ISR missions, and search and rescue. You only train search and rescue at this intensity when you expect to lose aircraft. The geographic logic is also deliberate. Cope Thunder originally lived at Clark. It now operates across both Clark and Basa, with training areas spanning northern Luzon. Each year, the footprint expands. In 2024, 1 base. In 2025, 3 bases. In 2026, a broader network across the north. The alliance is not just exercising, it's building infrastructure for what comes next. Now let's go 600 nautical miles southwest, to where all of this becomes human. Thitu Island, Pag-asa in Tagalog, meaning hope, is a tadpole-shaped patch of white sand in the Spratlys. It has a grade school, a gymnasium, a newly cemented runway, and roughly 400 Filipino civilians. Fishing families, mothers, children, people who were encouraged to settle there decades ago to reinforce Manila's claims. MP Albeda, the island's vice mayor, told the Associated Press a sentence that should stop anyone cold. Every day, our villagers see Chinese Coast Guard and militia ships all around the island. This new Coast Guard District Command is a big morale booster for them. On April 9th, the Philippines Day of Valor, Transport Secretary Giovanni Lopez unveiled the Permanent Coast Guard Command on Thitu.
At ito ay hindi isang simbolo lamang. Ito ay isang permanenteng hagbang upang mapakita.
He said it plainly, this is a permanent step to show that our Coast Guard is ready to defend our sovereignty. The base will be led by a Commodore, backed by personnel, patrol ships, and aircraft. The new district covers roughly 68,000 square kilometers of contested waters. Plans include dredging a deeper port and upgrading outposts on nearby Philippine-held features. 24 kilometers away, China's Subi Reef, dredged from nothing into a full military base with a 3,000-meter airstrip, watches from across the water. Thitu has a grade school. Subi has F-fighter hangars. That is what asymmetric sovereignty looks like. Everything converges in 2026. The Philippines chairs ASEAN this year. Foreign Secretary Lazaro wants the South China Sea Code of Conduct finalized before December. Wu Shikun, founding president of China's National Institute for South China Sea Studies, has said flatly it is 100% not likely under the Philippines' watch. Cope Thunder runs until April 17th. Balikatan, the largest bilateral U.S. Philippine military exercise, follows shortly after, with Japan sending roughly 1,000 troops to participate. Last year's Balikatan saw the U.S. deploy NME-SIS coastal defense missiles. 4 carrier strike groups rotated through the South China Sea in 2025. Washington has made clear that defending the first island chain from Japan through Taiwan to the Philippines is central to its strategy. Manila is not on the edge of that chain. It is the center link. As the diplomat observed in April 2026, the Philippines showed the world an antidote to coercion. A president who refused to leave, an alliance that showed up, a military that took calculated risks, and a Filipino public that accepted the price of managed escalation. On April 8, 2026, a Filipino pilot in a $38 million light fighter flew formation with an American pilot in the most advanced combat aircraft on Earth. They flew over the same runways that went silent 34 years ago when America left. They flew while a Chinese corvette's radar lock was still fresh in every Filipino sailor's memory. They flew while 400 families on a tiny island called Hope looked up at the sky and wondered if anyone cared enough to keep them safe. (2,800 personnel, 2 air forces, 1 message: we are here, we are training, and we are not leaving. The skies over Pampanga have spoken. The question is whether the world is listening. If this helped you understand what's really at stake, share it. Subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.